They know he was soft, but they called a meeting. They told him, you better fight or we gonna beat you up.
Let me ask you, who gets more respect in prison? A young inmate who could fight well, ready to stab somebody up, or an older inmate who could de-escalate a fight, who don't have to fight or don't resort to violence? He could like de-escalate situations.
The young inmate who could fight, he's gonna stab somebody because he's dangerous, so people want to stay on his good side.
Wow, so respect follows the powerful.
And then it follows you. So like if you in this prison here, say we hanging out, somebody slap you or somebody beat you up or somebody owe you something and punk you, then you get transferred to another spot. And then I might see, like, oh, that joker from Texas, man, over at the pen and such, man, old boy and them took all this commissary. They had his pictures of his girl and they didn't give it back. So man, they held him bad, man. So they're gonna be like, oh yeah, so you gonna other inmate gonna try to slide up on you and try you. Cause they feel like, okay, you got punked over here, you ain't about to come over here and stand on business. That
reputation follow you, so they gonna try. Like, oh yeah, let's go and try him.
Anything you do in a prison is gonna follow you to the next prison.
Can you build a new reputation, the new spot you go to? All right, I'm gonna whoop some ass when I'm in this one.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of guys do that because you gotta keep in mind. We had a thing, I had a brother from Philly, he used to say, you tough, I'm tough, we gonna see who the toughest. So at this prison, you might have somebody that was tougher than you that could really fight. You ain't had no win. But then you might get to this prison, you might get a guy that's weak, but he got a big bulk, and you get off on him, and now you're like, okay, yeah, he handling his business. So people gonna be a little hesitant to mess with you. They say, okay, he beat him up. You know, or he pull out a knife here. Like I had a dude, he was cool, but he was scary. He was scared of this one. Is this where he from? It was this one youngster, bro. He was a little wild, but he was kind of big, right? He was a bully. So it's just, I don't call this dude name, but because I know they be watching this stuff. So the dude used to punk him to take his cameras, to take his stuff. Now one time, he left to go to the yard and the dude went in and stole it out of his locker. And like dudes had so much commissary in the bag, it'd be up under the bed. So they took all this stuff, he come in and robbed him blind. So his homeboys got wind of this. Now get this, the dude that got jacked for his stuff, him and another one of his homeboys on the same compound, if a female got a baby by both of them. So they got into it on the street before and this one beat him up. So he was a little older than him too, right? So, but the one that beat him up called a meeting on the yard because it's still his homeboy, he's still from the same city. Yeah. So it's like, bro, you making us look bad. So he had the meeting, cause like he used to stay away from them because he was still scared of him from he got beat up on the street, did it. They know he was soft, but they called a meeting, they told him, you better fight or we gonna beat you up, right? So he come back in the dorm, he told me, say, man, I just talked to my homeboys, I ain't giving out no more passes. And I'm looking at him like, what you mean, the man been taking your stuff, jacking you. So when that dude came again, he called him to come in the cell and he beat the dude up. He just was scared, he was intimidated because the dude was aggressive. He was kind of bigger than him, tall, but he worked out too, but he was just short and stocky. But he went in that cell with him one-on-one and beat the dude up. Oh, man. And he was scared of him, you know, so all your commissary, you done missed some commissary by being scared instead of standing up. It took some men to give you some courage, tell you we gonna beat you up if you don't fight back.
Oh, man. Yeah. It's interesting, you know, as far as, you know, when we tell these stories, I've heard that, you know, if you walk into someone else's cell, and what kind of violation is it if somebody is beating their meat to your girl's picture?
I had a fight with y'all fan for UNLV about that at our parent jail, right? Damn. No, this the fight I had with him. So I gave him some pictures to jack off on the girl, right? I leave to go get on the phone. I come back, there's a towel up on my door. So I'm like, I'm in the cell, I'm saying, man, who in it? Oh, this me. Man, why you ain't go to your own cell and do that?
I thought you was giving me the pictures.
Nah, I gave the pictures, go to your cell. So me and him had a fight in my cell about that. And the only reason why I speak on it now because he brought it up first. You know?
Yeah, shout out fat, man.
Yeah, but me and him had a fight about that. But yeah, that's totally disrespect if somebody masturbate off your girl pictures, because that's your girl. What are you doing sneaking, jacking off on my girl? But you got to do that. And you got dudes that do this. So dudes that get pictures of their girls in their bikinis, bathing suits, thongs and all that, and they'll put it up on their bed. So you got to sell it. He been down a while, or you got to sell it as a freak. If you go to the record, go somewhere, you know you're going to get down and look, oh, that girl, fine, get that lotion, let me hit her right quick, because they're going to put the sign up like they use in the bathroom, so you don't know what they're doing in the cell, and they gunning off your girl.
So they shooting it everywhere.
Yeah, it might be laying in your bed.
Yeah, who come clean the cell? Like, who going to clean that up? Like, what's going on?
But yeah, but they got some crazy freaks in prison.
Well, this is a quick one, man. I know you got some things to do. So, Gangsta, we always got to do these prison stories. I never want to, not glorify prison. I always got to, tell people this is the real stories that go down. Even with the blind man, you get, they'll do you bad in prison. Can you still speak to the young kids out there, man? The kids that's come from your same set in New Orleans, why they need to avoid going to whether the feds or state just doing prison time?
I'm gonna end it with this. Like I told this youngster in Farmerville, Louisiana. He was on bond. They had a little gang war where he was out the anchor mine with his mother. And I was like, and it's for all the youngsters. So it's like, how we quick to fight, we quick to stab, we quick to shoot behind one of our loved ones. I was like, man, so if somebody at Walmart or somewhere disrespect your mother, man, I'm gonna spin on, I'm gonna do it. So I said, well, let me ask you this. If somebody do something to one of your loved ones and you don't think it's true, you just go spin, you go to jail. So now when you in jail, who gonna protect your mother, your little sister, your little brother? You in jail now. You in jail for busting a move that you could have handled different the first time. Now something happening to him now, and all you could do is call home and cry, listen to them cry, or you could just call home and get mad, and then you're going to be frustrated, take it out on the inmate, or you take it out on your cellie. Now I had a little youngster, bro. He was from Detroit, but he was living in Alabama. He had a girl. He was crazy about her, but that's when I started that Cappity Cap. He would come in the cell, man, and be mad, punch the wall, just be so upset. I would look at him like, what? Like, you can't change nothing. Like, she had started messing with another little dude on him, but he was in love with her. He was a young dude, but he went out, he forgave her, went home, messing with her. Then when he got out and started realizing things, he eventually left her. But it's just the things that men go through in prison. Like, men dog women out on the street, but when they get in jail, they want them to be loyal to them.
Yeah, man.
Man, he was a big old dude. I gotta go, Joe. But I said he was a big old dude. I saw him crying. He was a big, heavy dude. I'm like, man, big old crybaby. So when me and him got cool, cause once I heard, who that is? I heard that man. Who that sound like a man voice? So once me and him got cool, and he showed me a picture of his girl. This girl, he was a big ugly dude, but like that ugly dude you be interviewing on here.
Oh shit.
So like him,
I don't know names.
Yeah, I'm gonna, he's gonna try to beat me up. So he was a big old ugly dude though. So he showing a picture, man. He had a girl was drop dead gorgeous. I'm like, how did ugly dude got her? But he was getting money, so he was able to take care of her. But man, I see why I wanted to cry for him.
Damn.
Man, she was bad. She was pretty fine. Yeah, man, I didn't see.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that you should not go to prison. That bad one you got on your arm, the one you loving on, kissing on every night.
That lawyer tells you, when you get handcuffed, that lawyer says, stop, playboy.
Right. She might even tell you that she go. And it's even worse when they tell you that they're loyal and out here just going crazy. You hear from your cousin or your auntie or something.